Yes, YouTube, welcome back to another video. So, just currently sat in the car, as you saw from what I was prepping. Lucy's just ran into Aldi. This sticky toffee pudding, oh my god. This, in the car, Aldi car park, in the rain, is the nicest bowl of oats I've had all prep. Mate, I've put a bit of cinnamon on top as well. It's danger, mate. Honestly, unbelievable. As you can see this morning, what was that? 76 bang on again. So matched new low, which to be honest, I'll take. I'll put up some shots of this morning's check-in, which is Sunday morning. So that was just fasted 76, and then I'm hoping we get them 75s tomorrow. So let's see, but I'm bringing you along for the journey, so enjoy. Let's get it. Meal 4. Meal 4. We've got the cookies and cream whey. And this tastes nicer than I remember. So I think this is prep talking, but that is very, very good, especially frozen as well. That is literally like ice cream. So, got 32 gram whey, and then just dark choc, and that is the meal. And then the only thing else I've got is 20 gram rice. So I'm fried, to be fair. Legs are heavy, very, very low energy today, but we're driving down. If I can get 75 tomorrow, I'll be so buzzing with that. And then we're in for a big work week, so fingers crossed that'll come in the morning.
Folks at home,
We're going to watch good old Fight Companion. Shout out Gordon, Ryan, Rogan, Callan. Nice to chill and watch.
It is funny. It is funny.
I'm going to make sure I sit down for a bit. I've already done 11k steps. That UFC last night. Next year, get into that Paris card. They just go mad. I've heard a bit of dodgy stuff with Paris, and when I went it was a bit dodgy, but might be worth it for that. Some nice cards coming up. And also, boys, I will be at the Aspinall fight in Abu Dhabi, which we're very excited for. So stay tuned for that as well. Right, brother, good morning. So, very, very, very good week. I think the standards now across the board are just improving, right? In terms of where we're not missing. You were missing at the start, and obviously it's new, and it's new habits, man. It's getting used to that structure. Where you are at now, though, like we do when we say, right, they are the non-negotiables for the week. Look what's happening. You're drilling those, we're not overthinking it, we're sticking to it, we're getting it. I'm sure even on the days where you don't feel like it, right? That stuff is getting done, mate, and that's getting the results now. So everything's been done and everything's on the targets, which is the most important thing. Good morning, squadron. Woke up this morning at 76 bang on again. I was 77 bang on last Monday, so that is bang on a kilo down. But that's been 76 in a row 3 times now. So spoke to Ben. I think we're going to pull that food down a little bit today for training day and just absolutely have at it. So I'll let you know what Ben says in terms of those changes there. But I've just kind of mapped out essentially what we'll need to come down from carbs today. So I'm kind of just like ready for it because I've already made my I've already had meal 1, as you saw. So let's see what Ben says. I'm imagining that will be 1,800 or 1,850 today with training days, and then we can really push. So I'm going to get in for push now. What forgot? The pump. I don't think I've spoke about the pump on here yet. Had the pump pre on Saturday, and it went down very, very well. So I'm going to keep that in today because I'm super flat. So that's just going to help keep that fullness there that little bit and help me get that pump there. So I've got the blackcurrant flavour. I will show you that. So let's get freshened up. Let's get ready to go train, and I will run you through that session today. let's get prepped with the pre. So I'm going to separate the two. What we're going to do is we're going to, because I've got different flavours, so I'm going to drink the stim pre a little bit further out, right? So we're going to get a scoop of that in there, and then I'm going to put that one with my creatine like normal. So that's like my normal. So we've got the Cherry Fizz, just the unflavoured creatine. So we go with 5 gram, which is just the normal scoop, right? So that's my normal pre. We're going to get that ready with some ice. Then we've got the pump. So this is stim free. So this is blackberry flavour. So no caffeine in this. I'm going to put this separate, right? And then we're going to have that with, and these come together when you order, it has got glycosized powder, which essentially stops this from like clumping. So we just get a scoop of that in there as well. So I'm going to take both of them beverages with me. We'll definitely be hydrated. And then I have got, we've gone Dubai Choc today because I've gone sticky toffee past 3 days. So I'm switching up Dubai Choc with a little bit of cinnamon on there. I don't want it to get my face. Is that on there? Is that on there? Oh yes. Glorious. So that is the pre-setup. Let's get my ass there and let's nail it. Right, gangsters, let's roll. Post, push, wrap up. So, I didn't feel the strongest coming in, boys. I'm coming into this session off 1,600 calories, right, on the rest day. So, trying to feel good is like not gonna happen. So what I have to do is I have to convince myself that I do feel good. So before abs, right, so I'm coming into abs, I'm like, right, we've got to nail this, let's go, we feel good, we'll get it. All I do, right, and do this, just focus on last week's number. This is where like you'll see lads bottle it with the logbook close to show, and if you want to do that, be my guest, right? But for me, I'd feel worse. My session would just like, I'd let that fatigue get the better of me. So for me, I make the drops down in load when they absolutely need to, and I'll go through that with you, but it's like, right, let's go, let's get this. And that's exactly what I did, right? So abs, just focusing on contracting hard, keeping that tension on. These are tough 2 sets on abs because I've progressed that so much. So they're tough, they're tough to hold, but contracting hard, keep that tension on, and then we're driving through. Into push then. So cuff lateral. I've done a really good job at holding on to these, and this is massive. Like all I think about with this is like, right, when you're on stage, we're gonna need them delts to be popping, let's go. So that's all I'm thinking, and I'm thinking again about that number. Okay, what did I do last week? Right, I can beat it, I can beat him. Like I see myself last week, and again, do this, like put last week's self down. I was like, I'm better than him from last week. I've had another week here, I'm ready to roll, like let's get it. Like I'll tell, even though, right, it doesn't make sense because I'm a kilo lighter than last week. You know, if I go in saying, oh Luke, you're a kilo lighter, mate, how are you gonna beat you? I'm like, right, it's never gonna happen. But because I'm like, right, let's go, we're better than that guy, let's get it. That's when I can get that absolutely nailed, and that's what we did do. So again, control, not using any momentum, making sure that all stays on side delts. Shoulder press, I actually beat both sets. I was a rep up on both sets, which is unreal. I'm buzzing with that. The reason I've been able to do that is because I've kept the control of the set, right? I've got the composure. I keep the control. Because I bring the handles in to like a real neutral grip here, that's the only reason why I dead stop. Because if you've used this Cybex, you'll know it wobbles around. I don't get on with a lot of shoulder presses, and right now they feel amazing. So even though it's not typically what I would do or what I would program, for me right now, having a little dead stop there, but keeping that tension on making sure I don't rest, that's what we're going with, and that's been really, really good work for shoulders. Then the Cybex, and this set is personal, boys. This set is personal. I've been like, right, Luke, if you can hold on with control to the stack and a gym pin and 10 kilo, we'll fucking take that, right? So I was like, right, let's go. It took me like 2 minutes to I can't remember what song I had on. I think I had The Game on.
I've been going for my like 2000s hip hop. I don't know that's like what first got me into like rap music, like 50 Cent The Game. I've been going back to that. We've been going back to 7-year-old me. Like literally, I remember being 7, 8, 9, listening to that, and that's what I've been going for. So I was like, right, let's go, and I managed to keep that to 6 reps, and that's just me genuinely like just attacking that and telling myself I can do it and going for it. So very, very, very happy with that. Then I moved on to the pec deck. So just keeping these nice and controlled, nice big stretch, contracting hard. Got these in twice a week. I do this after presses on this session, and then on my other session I do it before the presses. And then I went on to the JM press. This has been like, I needed like a meat and potatoes for the triceps, right? And that's what this has been. Like, I've had these in for a good while now, and if you've not had a JM press, you don't know what you're doing. Just a slight little incline on the bench, hands at shoulder width, control that down, keep that through triceps and drive through, and that bar wants to be right on that clavicle, right, just below the chin. And if you control those and think about triceps, they feel amazing. If you think about the bar, you'll just turn them into a press, and you won't. Your chest and your delts will just come in and take over. So really focus on keeping that through the triceps, and you'll really, really like them. So they've been nice to keep in, held on to those. I think I was actually a rep up on those. And then finished with X's on the cable. So more of just that extension, contracting hard, nice pause in that stretch as well. And that was the session done, and you know, that's where I've not had to bring anything down that session. I held on to everything. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Quality of work. Get in, get the head down and get out. And in the gym now, like I've got, like, if I talk and if I like move around and I'm not, like, I have to be locked in. Like, don't get me wrong, right now, boys, 76 kilo. I was doing these loads when I was 92.6. So it's nearly 15 kilo difference, right? Like, I've got to lock in. Like, if I don't properly lock in and like really focus on what I'm doing, like, I cannot keep that to that standard. So that's like really important to understand. I ain't just winging this stuff, right? And then this is post-workout. So I did some posing. It doesn't help, right? The lighting in the gym is pretty brutal. Like, it's not really favorable lighting, and it's just like natural light. And I'm very, very pale. So sometimes if the sunlight shines through the roof, like, you genuinely can't see me. Like, it's mad how much of a difference it makes from session to session sometimes with that. So today you could just about see everything that you needed to. And I was happy, to be honest, with how flat I am, how the look was. Like, that's me, like, super, super, super flat. Like, really, really flat. But the condition's getting better, and that's all that matters, and that's what we're digging for now. And obviously off the back of the 76s, I said I'll let you know what Ben was saying. I saw in my session it popped up that my food's been changed, so I'm actually on now, I think it's like 1.5 and 1.8. I think today's 1,800 calories. I'll double check when I get home, but I can easily pull that now from my rice, because I've obviously had my meal one and my pre as normal, but I can bring them down slightly and hit that. That'll be easy to hit. That's going to be, what, a week of that? Honestly, I'd eat 1,000 calories for a week if I had to. I don't care. Whatever will bring that condition through. I just want to be proud of myself on stage, knowing I have done every single thing that I can do, and I would do genuinely anything right now. Ben knows it. Ben says to me, like, he has to hold me back from doing that. Like, I would do 2 hours cardio. I would eat 1,000 calories. Like, I would genuinely do that stuff to get to the goal. I'm just goal driven right now. So we're going to get back. We ain't going to eat much food. I think I've plugged in my post and my meal 4, and it's literally no carbs in meal 4, 20 gram rice in my post now, and 20 gram rice in my last meal. Like, ridiculously minimal carbs. But I'm at the point now where I've got so good at convincing myself that I feel sound when I need to, and I'm locked in. I'm just going to get that done, boys. So let's go. Let's keep rolling. That was the push breakdown. Make sure you drop a like if you found that one helpful, and anything you want me to be breaking down with training now coming into shows, obviously just let me know and we'll get it covered. So it is in fact 20 grams of rice, which is not a lot, but it'll do. Gone for, with the meal 4, I'm going through the sample pack. So we've gone salted caramel, paste here, freezer, and then what I've got is 10 grams of dark chocolate sprinkled into there, frozen. Banging. 1,800 calories a day, training day. Let's attack it. So, cardio got done. Let's see how long I've just been stepping for. I've just got a lot of work done. An hour and 20 minutes. Because it's now 5 o'clock. Pretty sure I started that at 20 to 4. So, I literally just have my to-do list and like get into the zone. I say every video, I cannot wait to sit down and do that. Cannot wait. Like, that is going to be so nice. So let's let this room dehumidify because I've got application response to send over, 3 calls and then the team call. So very busy evening. It's time for meal 4, which is a carb. Actually, no, we've got a bit of apple, so it's not quite carbless, but it is absolutely tiny. But let's cool down and go in here. We've got that salted caramel that prepared for 4. By the way, boys, if you ever see The Office, and I've still not put them pictures in. It's been about 1.5 years, so please shout at me whilst you see them, because I need to do it. Right, 80 gram of a chopped up pink lady. Nature's candy, fellas. If you don't like apples, you're weird, mate. Then we've got salted caramel with the dark chocolate frozen. And then I was saying to Lucy, we need an autumn mug. I feel like the coffee will taste nicer if we've got some with a pumpkin on it. She brought me back a pumpkin mug. She just forgot to get herself one, so I need her to get one. Otherwise it's a bit sus, but the mug's fire, mate. This thing keeps it hot. I'll take this upstairs, but coffee out of that's going to be banging. Hit me with your autumn mugs, boys. Let's go. I don't know if that's prepped up and all what, but it is what it is. So, we'll eat the apple. We'll go straight back upstairs. Got a lot of work to do, but I can actually sit down now, so that's a treat for me, boys. Right, fellas, I'm sat down. Can you believe it? I'm actually sat down, mate, to do some work. So, I have got a console call now, 3 now. Back to back, 5:30, 6, 6:30, which then takes me through nicely to the team call, where tonight's team call, and I just fired out an application response as well. Good to see some action takers, boys. We love it. Let's keep going. So I'm going through the boys. We've got Cahill, and I always say his name wrong, but he's done amazingly well. So I'm going to break down how he's done what he's done. Ridiculously good. And then we've got Danny as well, 14 pounds this last fat loss phase, and he's done a tremendous job. So community is a massive part of things, and I always want to share what the boys are doing so they can all see what's getting done, and then they can learn from each other and avoid those mistakes and just build that team environment, because we've got such a good group of lads. So I do love sharing those. Every single transformation we'll go through. And then what I'm going to go through as well, I'll always, on Sunday, I'll ask for any topics that the boys would like me to cover. So what we're going to go through is, on tonight's call, supplementation as a natural in terms of health, supplementation as a natural in terms of performance, stress management, and then we're going to go through how that actually negatively affects us as well, in terms of how it can affect digestion, how it can affect our gut, how it can affect fat storage, hormones, immune system, blood pressure, mentally, actually how we feel as well. I feel like it's such a big thing there, and it's slept on, to be honest. When we're looking at stress management, digestion, all of these things, people don't realize why they feel like crap. They just kind of think they feel a bit crap, and just a few things to get locked in with, which
we've done this week, which is why I want to go for it now, is huge. So big team call, and we run that every single Monday and Thursday. So if you want to be on there, you want to come and have a chat with me in here about your goals, link is in the description. Just fill in the super simple form. I'll be straight back to you on WhatsApp with your application response, breaking down exactly the setup of what we need from the information you give. So get that filled in. Let's get some gains. Let's get chatting. Exciting stuff. So last meal, off the course. Lucy is out. I have got 20 gram rice, 150 chicken, 100 asparagus, 20 kimchi, which is 300 calories. It's minimal. And because I'm a good fiance, look at that goodness, mate. Look at that, what's waiting for Lucy there. Come on, bruv. Come on. So I'm going to sit, eat this. Hers is ready for her when she gets back. And I've got 3,000 steps to do. So let's eat this and hurry up. Morning, boys. It is 5:30. 75.7 this morning. We got there. I felt every bit of that 75.7, but we're there, mate. We're there. Let's get these down. Let's get to work. Get in there. Since that very tired clip this morning, we have got all work done. Got to the gym. Definitely felt the drop in the gym, but we managed to still get that done. And then got back, got 50 minutes cardio bagged as always. And then I got an hour and a half of steps done. So I'm on now, it's 6 p.m. Just over 9,000. So we're going to get them wrapped up early, and then we've got a big stint on the laptop to get done. So busy. I am going to run now. I've got half an hour. I need to pick up a delivery. I will tell you what this delivery is in the next video. So make sure you are subscribed, right? Because if you can guess what this is, then fair play to you. And you might know what it might mean if you know what it is. If you're really good and you've been watching, potentially. But you're going to have to find out in the next vid. So let's go get it anyway. Also, I'm a busy lad. To the delivery geezer who didn't just leave it around the side for me twice. Please come on, mate. Please just leave it round side. Never mind. Goods secured. What is in this bag will tell you a lot. So, Sunday's vid. Make sure you tuned in. So, nice cold Coke Zero. Actually, it's a Diet Coke, but it is the no caffeine. Because remember, fellas, it is now 6:30. Caffeine, half-life, 7 hours. Yes, you might be able to fall asleep. Do not have caffeine 7 hours away from bed. Keep that as your rule. You will not be able to get into deep sleep, your proper sleep that we need to fully recover, right? So keep caffeine away, because if you're then tired and then you're having caffeine, it is just an ongoing cycle. So these ones, for when it is later, are unreal. So get some of them. I'm going to dive into a new starter that needs sending out and some other adjustments for the boys. So let's dive in. So we're going to finish the work day, cracking on with the steps, getting some work done. Of course, you know, we're not without the laptop whilst we're on here, so it is what it is. But then we're going to watch England, so we're going to sit and chill. So I'm going to love you and leave you the support on these vids. I massively appreciate it. Make sure you subbed. There is plenty coming. Any likes are massively appreciated. And let me know, if you've watched this far, what you think was in the bag. I'll leave a clue somewhere. I'll leave a clue somewhere for you. But make sure you watch Sunday's vid, because it's going to be a very, very, very big one. So let's get it. Hopefully lower than that 75.7 in the morning. Find out on Sunday. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.